The other night, 60 Minutes sat down with Biden's Attorney General Merrick Garland, and this is fun. This guy's great. Check this out.
Garland knows he will be vilified no matter how the Trump and Biden cases are decided.
Okay.
His job, he told us, was to take the arrows for the department.
Oh, okay.
He has learned to
How
embrace
dramatic.
the pain that comes with the job.
The youngest right now is Riot Mitchell, forever 8 months old.
And we saw that at DEA headquarters, where he was surrounded by those lost to the opioid epidemic
This is the Attorney General, Merrick Garland.
and their grieving families. Meeting them, he told us, reminds him of why he fights and whom he is fighting for.
Thank you for being here and listening to us.
I represent the American people.
Well, sure you do.
I don't represent the president. I represent the American people. And likewise,
What BS?
I am not Congress's prosecutor. I work for the American people.
And if democracy is an emotional subject for Merrick Garland,
Here we go.
Is it?
maybe it's because he has witnessed how suddenly it can be threatened in Oklahoma City
Wow.
and Washington, D.C.
Man.
When the history of this extraordinary time is written,
How dramatic.
what is the best that Merrick Garland can hope for?
Look, I think it's the best any public servant can hope for, that we've done our best, that we pass on a Justice Department
Cry about it.
that continues
he's
to
going to.
pursue the rule of law and
Cry.
protect it.
He is.
And
Are you
it's the same
serious?
thing that every generation has to
Totally
hope. That we can pass our democracy on
No!
in working order.
We are not a
The next
democracy!
generation that picks up the torch
He's crying about
and
it.
is responsible when we're finished
Oh, my gosh.
to
it's
continue that
unreal.
job.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait, he
He
said we're a democracy.
Is crying about democracy, which we are not, by the way, a democracy. We are not, for the love of heaven and the billionth time, we are not a democracy.
Well, I mean, that's what Merrick Garland said we were.
Yeah, I know.
Brought
And
the man to tears.
he's actually crying about it.
How ironic, though, that
Yeah.
the two bookends they put up there on 60 Minutes that Merrick Garland was involved with was Oklahoma City and January 6th. January 6th, of course, completely overblown, effectively fabricated by your
Yes.
government.
Right.
And Oklahoma City, very likely perpetrated by your government. I would direct you to our May 27th.
Almost certainly perpetrated by the government.
Whatever the last Friday in May was, I would invite you to go back and watch that Pat Gray Unleashed, The Truth About Oklahoma City. We got quite a bit of evidence for you. What is that? Friday, May 26th. Go and enjoy that episode.
And let me just remind you what our founding fathers said about democracy. Real liberty, Alexander Hamilton said, real liberty is not found in the extremes of democracy, but in moderate governments. If we incline too much to democracy, we shall soon shoot into a monarchy or some other form of a dictatorship. Thomas Jefferson lamented that, quote, a democracy is nothing more than mob rule, where 51% of the people may take away the rights of the other 49, unquote. James Madison said democracies have never been spectacles of turbulence and contention. They have ever been, not never been, they have ever been the spectacles of turbulence and contention, have ever been incompatible with personal security or the rights of property, and have in general been as short in their lives as they have been violent in their deaths. And from John Adams, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not commit suicide. From that standpoint, maybe we are a democracy, because that's exactly what we're doing with our republic, is committing suicide.
And who are these guys you just quoted?
Yeah, these are just founding fathers, of this nation. These are just the people who put together this government for us. John Adams, James Madison. You might recognize him as the author of the U.S. Constitution. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. And, of course, Alexander Hamilton, probably the most progressive of all the founding fathers.
He wrote Broadway plays about himself in his spare time. Is that right?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. And he asked that black people play his part.
Hey, that was one of my people that made that rap.
Yeah, I know. Manuel.
Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, that's the one.
That is.
I love his work.
I love that play, and I don't like Broadway shows at all.